In the murky waters of the Chambal River lurks the Chambal monster. Uncover the river's secrets in our thrilling investigation. Hello, dear viewers. Wishing you all an amazing day filled with positivity and energy. If you enjoy my content and want to see more of it, please support the channel by subscribing and giving a like. Your support means the world and motivates me to create even more awesome videos. The Chambal monster, also known as the Shadow of Chambal, Beast of the Misty Waters, or simply Chambal, is a mythological creature whispered about in the folklore of regions along the Chambal River in India. Its name derives from the river itself, which flows through Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh. In local dialects, it is sometimes called Chambal Ka Rakshas, Demon of Chambal, or Nagan Raksh, Serpent Guardian. This creature holds a unique place in mythology, blending elements of Indian legends about Nagas, serpentine deities, with more modern tales of cryptids. The Chambal monster is a relatively young myth, emerging in the 19th and 20th centuries, though its roots trace back to ancient Indian legends. In the folklore of the Chambal region, stories speak of a mysterious being that guards the river and its banks. Locals believe it is an incarnation of an ancient Naga, possibly linked to the gods Vishnu or Shiva, protecting the sacred waters from desecration. Unlike traditional Nagas, the Chambal monster is described as more aggressive and fearsome, not only guarding but also punishing those who disrupt the river's harmony. In tales from 19th century fishermen and farmers, Chambal appears as a vengeful spirit that sinks poachers' boats and drags polluters into the depths. Some legends claim it can take the form of a beautiful woman with long black hair to lure men to the water, where they vanish without a trace. These stories echo myths of mermaids and water spirits in other cultures, but are steeped in Indian context with references to rituals, sacrifices, and curses. In the 20th century, as urbanization grew and attitudes toward the river changed, the folklore evolved. The monster began to be associated with disappearances during floods or crocodile attacks, which are common in the Chambal. In some villages, rituals to appease the monster persist, with offerings of flowers, milk, and sweets placed on the riverbank to avoid its wrath. The Chambal monster is a creature whose appearance inspires both awe and terror. Its body combines features of a reptile, human, and mythical serpent, creating an image that seems born of the river itself. Descriptions suggest it reaches 5-7 meters in length, though it may appear larger due to its ability to writhe and stretch like a snake. Its head resembles a crocodile's but is narrower and more elongated, with massive jaws lined with sharp, slightly curved teeth. The monster's eyes are its most terrifying feature, large, round, with vertical pupils like a venomous snake, emitting a faint greenish glow visible in the dark. Legends say its gaze can paralyze victims, freezing them in place. Two bony crests resembling horns rise above the eyes, rumored to be remnants of an ancient Naga's crown. The monster's body is long and flexible, covered in dark green scales with black and brown patterns that perfectly camouflage it in the Chambal's murky waters. The scales on its back are thicker, forming sharp spines that protrude like jagged fins. Its underbelly has lighter, almost silvery scales that are smoother, allowing it to glide along the river's silty bed. The creature has 4 short but powerful legs with webbed, clawed toes, enabling swift movement in water and on land. Its tail, the most striking feature, makes up nearly half its length and ends in a flat, paddle-like fin, making it highly maneuverable in water. The tail is adorned with bony spikes that can serve as weapons for striking or defense. Some accounts mention the monster's ability to release a cloud of dark, acrid smoke or toxic slime that blinds and disorients enemies. Its voice, when it makes a sound, is described as a low, guttural growl mixed with a hiss that echoes across the river on foggy nights. The Chambal monster dwells in the murky, deep waters of the Chambal River, which winds through the wild and rugged landscapes of central India. Surrounded by steep sandstone cliffs, thorny shrub thickets, and sparse acacia groves, the river provides an ideal habitat for such a creature. Its waters, sometimes calm and sometimes swirling with rapids, conceal secrets known only to the bold or the reckless. The monster's primary domain is the deep pools and underwater caves where the current slows, and the water turns nearly black from silt and the shadows of overhanging rocks. These caves, rumored to connect through a labyrinth of tunnels deep underground, are said to house the monster's lair, where it sleeps amid treasures stolen from those who dared invade its realm. During the monsoon season, when the Chambal overflows, the monster reportedly rises closer to the surface, patrolling flooded banks. It can be spotted among reed beds or tangled roots of ancient banyan trees, their branches touching the water as if reaching for their guardian. Foggy mornings are the monster's favored time, when the river is shrouded in milky mist, and sounds are muffled by humid air. In these moments, it becomes nearly invisible. Blending with the water and fog, its glowing eyes the only sign of its presence. Occasionally, the creature is seen near abandoned villages along the riverbanks, where homes have been reclaimed by nature and temples lie in ruins. These desolate places, steeped in a sense of forsakenness, seem perfect hideouts for a being that avoids human eyes, but always watches those who trespass. The Chambal monster is a complex creature, blending the traits of a protector and a predator. Its character is territorial and vengeful, yet imbued with a certain wisdom. It does not attack without reason, but is merciless toward those who break its rules. The monster primarily hunts large animals like crocodiles, big fish, or stray livestock that wander into the river. However, tales mention attacks on humans, usually poachers or those polluting the river, or treasure seekers attempting to steal from its hoard. Using its speed and agility in water, it strikes suddenly, dragging victims beneath the surface where they vanish. According to legends, the monster can cause localized floods, landslides, or strong currents to punish villages that disrespect the river. Some stories claim it can curse people, inducing nightmares or illness if they defile sacred sites along the banks. Its favored method of intimidation is appearing in the fog with glowing eyes, sending people fleeing in panic. The creature behaves like a guardian, patrolling its territory and avoiding unnecessary contact. It rarely appears by day, preferring twilight or night. Some tales suggest it can be appeased with offerings, flowers, milk, or even jewelry tossed into the river, after which it may leave the person alone or protect them from other dangers. The monster is said to be sensitive to the river's condition, with pollution, deforestation, or overfishing triggering its wrath, manifested in increased attacks or strange phenomena like sudden whirlpools or mass fish die-offs. The origin of the Chambal monster remains a topic of debate among folklorists, cryptozoologists, and locals. Several hypotheses attempt to explain its emergence in mythology. The most common theory ties it to ancient Indian myths about Nagas, serpentine deities that guard bodies of water and treasures. The Chambal monster may be a local interpretation of a Naga, adapted to the Chambal River's conditions. Its aggressive nature and fearsome appearance might reflect local fears of the river, known for its treacherous currents and abundant crocodiles. Some researchers speculate it could be an unknown species of large reptile surviving in the river's isolated ecosystems. References to scales, claws, and water agility suggest possible kinship with crocodiles or even extinct marine reptiles like plesiosaurs, though the lack of physical evidence makes this unlikely. The monster may have arisen to explain inexplicable disappearances of people and animals in the river. Floods, crocodile attacks, or bandit activity, the Chambal region was long notorious for outlaws, could have been attributed to a mythical creature to make sense of tragedies. Its image might also have been used to foster respect for the river and its resources. In the 20th century, as river pollution grew, stories of the monster began reflecting environmental concerns, portraying it as nature's avenger punishing those who harm the ecosystem. The monster might be a synthesis of local myths and external influences, with colonial-era European tales of water monsters like kelpies or the Loch Ness monster blending with Indian traditions to create a unique figure. Each hypothesis has strengths and weaknesses, but none fully explains the creature, leaving it an enduring mystery. Eyewitness accounts of the Chambal monster are rare but passed down through generations. In the 1920s near Kota, a fisherman named Ramesh claimed to see a giant snake with glowing eyes rise from the water and capsize his boat. He survived, but his partner vanished. Ramesh described it as long as 3 boats with scales shining like silver. In 1963, near Eta, a group of farmers returning from fields spotted a black shadow with 2 glowing points moving against the current. One man swore he heard hissing like 1,000 snakes, prompting the group to flee. In 1985, near Gwalior, a hunter claimed to see a creature crawling onto the bank at dusk. like a crocodile but with a long tail and horns. He shot at it, but the bullets bounced off its scales. In 2004, during a flood in Beend, villagers reported a monster swimming among submerged houses. A woman named Lakshmi claimed to see it drag a stray dog underwater. These accounts, while gripping, are often contradictory and lack physical evidence. Skeptics suggest witnesses may have seen large crocodiles, logs, or mirages caused by light on the water. The Chambal monster remains little known outside India, but holds a significant place in local media and culture. Regional newspapers like Dainik Bhaskar and Patrika occasionally publish stories about mysterious creatures in the river, especially after disappearances or unexplained incidents. In 1998, Amar Ujala reported an alleged attack on a fishing boat, later attributed to a gharial. In Indian cinema, the monster has inspired horror and thriller films. The 2009 movie Nagan Ka Rahasya, The Mystery of the Naga, while not directly naming the monster, features a serpentine creature in a river, clearly referencing Chambal folklore. In 2015, the short film Chambal Kabut, The Ghost of Chambal, was screened at a Gwalior Film Festival, earning praise for its atmosphere and ties to local legends. In video games, the monster has limited presence, but the Indian indie game Rajasthan Myths 2021 includes a boss called Nagan Raksh, inspired by Chambal. This character, appearing in a river-themed level, is a giant snake with a crocodile head attacking with toxic clouds and tail strikes. Online, the monster is discussed on cryptozoology forums like Crypto Mundo and Unknown Creatures. In 2020, the YouTube channel Indian Mysteries released a video about the monster, garnering over 100,000 views, detailing legends and alleged sightings, though many commenters dismissed the stories as fiction. The Chambal monster remains a local phenomenon with potential for wider recognition, especially in an era fascinated by cryptids and mythology. Its image, blending ancient traditions with modern fears, continues to inspire storytellers, artists, and researchers.